It's
It's
only
only
forever
forever
podcast, and
podcast.
we back in the building with another business podcast today. I got Babe in the building with me. Babe, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I do. Hey guys, it's All Things Ash, and you can follow me on YouTube and on Instagram, my personal Instagram. But my most important is my business, Microblading from Heaven. So make sure you guys check me out because I offer courses, and of course I do microblading and lip blushing coming soon. So yes, you guys.
Yes, sir. So for the people that don't know, what is microblading?
Microblading is permanent makeup for the eyebrows. I have my brows microbladed too.
Yes, sir. And today we talking about the pros and cons of being in business with your woman or your significant other, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. Would you do it? Would you? Put it in the comments down below. Have you done it before? Have it worked? Have it didn't work? Put the pros and cons down below. Help other couples out. Get them some good pointers, some pros and cons. But Babe found the article, so she gonna be
Narrating this whole thing, you guys. So, yes, I found an article because you got to do your research. Got to do your research about pros and cons of couples working together, married, whatever. All your couples out there, even if you're probably family, I guess this would go for that too, but more so couples. And we're going to talk more about that as well and kind of give our perspective on how we kind of feel about it because we're doing it. The first one would be, which is a pro, it's opportunity to spend a lot of time together.
a lot of time, y'all. I mean, a lot of time. And I think it's a pro if you're your significant other friend and if you just want to learn each other, because I know a lot of people have like work husbands, work wives. A lot of people lie and say they don't, but you do. You really spend a lot of time with those people at work more than you spend that time at home with your significant other. Think about it. You working a 9 to 5. That's basically 8 to 9 hours at work. So when you get home out of traffic and everything, it's 4:30, 5 o'clock. You laying it down by 10. That's only 5 hours with your significant other. That's crazy.
Yeah, my take on it, because I actually worked in a workplace prior. So a lot of times
Hold up. She talking about she worked in the workplace. I worked at FedEx too. I worked there too.
I mean, for how many months?
A year. That was a long time. She ain't trying to give me my credit.
How old were you?
I was 19 and 20 and 21.
So yeah, he's been out of the work force for how long? A long time. So I actually left the workforce last year, but for me personally, like I witnessed a lot of I think naughty things going on in the workplace. If people are working, I'm pretty sure they can contest to this. Meaning a lot of like husbands having, like what you said, work wives, and vice versa, women having or in there flirting with men a lot of times. So I think the biggest thing and the biggest pro here would be like spending a lot of time together, because we get to see each other a lot and it strengthens our connection between both of us. So the more time that you spend with people, even like your coworkers, you're building a bond with those people. And so if you're spending that time with your spouse, you're building a closer bond with them.
Definitely. And then you building the castle together. So I meet a lot of people that say like, it's weird working with your significant other. Not a lot. I only get a few. She get that more because when she do the girls.
And we're going to talk about that later, girls.
Yeah, when she do the girls, they be on her heels like, how can you do that? I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. Yeah. And that's different people's perspective. When you check in the bag, all that bag come home with you and your girl. Imagine that. Imagine if you and your girl was both just making $2,000 a month. That's $4,000.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's $48,000 a year. That's a lot of money when you combine incomes. A lot of people don't look at it like that. They want to separate it. But really, if you're building a castle together, brick by brick, you building it bag by bag.
So the second one, this is again a pro, is special benefits by like certain firms or different opportunities that will come if they see like a couple working together. They see it more as like a stronger foundation, a stronger unit.
Yeah, like just think about it. If you was an investor or a sponsor, would you rather invest in a single person or a couple? Man, if you can stay committed in business and stay committed to one person, man, that's hard. All y'all know out there, a lot of y'all couldn't commit. I couldn't either back in my days. You feel me? She probably couldn't either. She did. She
No,
held
I
it down
did.
in hers, so hers is a little different.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, companies, it just look better. Why not fly out a couple to be an image for their brand? So that's why I tell everybody when I started my YouTube and I started my channel, point blank period, this podcast too, I wanted to put out a great image. I didn't want to be like on here wilding and just showing the ghetto side. I wanted to show growth. I wanted to show people the way to get out, because I see a lot of people start to win and they don't give no examples of winning. So man, I want to win. I want y'all to win. And if you're in a relationship and you thinking about starting a business with your significant other, go ahead and start it, bro. Go ahead and start it, sis. What y'all waiting on? Check that bag together, grow that company together, create that generational wealth, and pass it on down to those kids or whatever you want to pass it down to.
Yeah. So different benefits from the couple. So basically he can offer like an organization or a company or a brand something different than I can offer them. So we're offering them two different things but together. Tell us what you think about that. Like,
and I think that's dope because, you know, you get the feminine energy and you get the masculine energy. You know, like sometimes us guys can't deliver to the women and the women can't deliver to the guys unless it's like sexual or they look in a certain type of way. So I think it's dope when you got two units. I'm able to deliver to the guys, she able to deliver to the women, and then we also able to deliver to the couples because we are an example and we doing it together.
Pro number 3 is easy commute. So what you mentioned earlier, sometimes like being in the work field or just having a job or working in your own company, if commute and you're spending an hour driving to somewhere or traveling to somewhere, and that's time. For example, we could use this. When you used to go to Chicago, you would be gone for, you know, weeks on end, and that's like strains a relationship after a while. So even couples that are working in the same state, if your significant other has different hours from you, and let's say that they have to be at work at 7 in the morning, so basically they're having to leave work, like leave the household at 5 or 5:30 because of traffic. So it's the same way. It does add strain to a relationship because by the time you get home from driving so much, you're exhausted. Like when you would get off the plane, you would be tired. So he would have jet lag. And just him being gone, that's like a lot of time missed between us two, where we could be
you're really cheating your significant other out of a lot of hours. If you spending 2 hours in the car every day, that's time y'all could have been kicked up, talking, enjoying one another. At least if you driving back and forth to work with her, now y'all building bonds in the car, y'all talking, y'all communication, y'all talking about everything. So
kind of like what we do. We actually talk together on our way to work. We grab coffee, we'll eat together, we'll share food together, like discuss something prior to work. Like,
get them that hack, get them the food play.
Oh yeah, so this is a hack for couples outside of this, but we actually share food a lot. So it actually, if we're spending like before, I don't know how much you were spending on food, but when I was working in a workplace, I didn't eat a lot there, but sometimes when I did, I would spend some money a week. But now we split those meals. So we'll just have like a meal and breakfast, we'll split it, and that also keeps us a little bit healthier too. And then for lunch, we'll split a meal too. So we're not spending as much money.
Yeah, so think about it. If you were just spending $10 a day every day, that's $50 a week. You know what I'm saying? $200 a month. You get what I'm saying? And imagine if it was with your girl too. Now she's spending it. That's $400 a month.
A lot of money.
You feel me? That's about what? $4,800 a year.
Yeah.
Just in food. So imagine if you can cut that in half, eat healthy, enjoy meals. It's just more bonding time.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's weird, but they want to marry and die with that person, they partner, they business.
But they don't want to work.
But they don't want to work with them. That's
a relationship
so weird
is
to me.
a job. A relationship is working. So I don't understand, like, sometimes when people throw that out there because you are work. That's like, this is my working lifetime partner, not just in business, but in like personal life too. So that's something like it's an everyday working environment. Like you got to work to be a better partner. You got to work to communicate better. So I think all those aspects, which I feel like for us, it actually helped us a little bit. Do you feel that way, babe?
It definitely helped me out a lot. You feel me? Having a foundation as a guy, you know, we rip and run the streets. We want to party. We want to club. We want to move around. Imagine now you got your club at the house. I can come party with her. I can drink with her. I can relax with her. Whatever it is that you need to fulfill that time with, I can come home to her. So I'm building a better foundation at home instead of running the streets. Because the streets, you pay a lot of money as a guy. Y'all know that. All the fellas out there to buy drinks and drive and put on
we hear
outfits.
about those. Yeah,
Man, it costs a lot. So, man, it's just beautiful to have that person you can come home to, have a good foundation, and then they gonna fill the gaps up, fella. They see what we doing. They see what we doing it wrong.
Well,
at.
ladies, you should be filling the gaps up. Like, step it up a little bit.
Step it up, ladies. I see a lot of y'all out there want everything given, but y'all not giving a lot. And also make sure you're giving it to the right person.
And I think it's also important that you ask your partner like what they actually want, because a lot of people don't know that. Like, they don't know what their partner needs to be given. So you should be asking those questions. Yeah, and you want to ask yourself a question. What do you want? Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't even know what they want. So don't be hopping in a relationship and don't even know what you want yet. Take care of you, so then when you come to that relationship, they ain't got to make you happy. They ain't got to correct you all the way. Of course, we all come with some type of trauma, some type of issues. We all not perfect, but make sure you coming trying to heal yourself or already trying to
healed.
get better.
Man, just get better every day. Like you get better in business, at that job. Make sure you make it your job to get better.
So the number 4 pro is planning days off together, which I feel like is really good. The reason why is because, which Babe can contest to this, is he would take days off, and like I tell all my students and everything, you guys probably hear, but I always said like I used to be jealous of that because I would be working and he would be like chilling and, you know, oh, I'm gonna go over here, and I was tied into a job where I had to request days off, and a lot of people who do work know this. You do have to request, you know, PTO, or you have to have that in your account to get days off. And if you didn't have that, guess what that means? No days off. So for me, being able to like actually plan days off together because we are in a business is actually really good. Like holidays and things that are special to us, like, because working in another company, you can't do that. Right?
Yeah, you can't boss up and take your own days off. And when I first met her, I was real bad at that. So it's important, man, that you plan days off and plan quality time. You got to make sure you know they love language. Make sure you know what they like and what they don't like, and apply it to your relationship is real important.
And just like hanging out together, like planning those days off are definitely like essential to a relationship, because you'll be able to like hang out and chill. You don't got to do a vacation, but even like a day just to be like, hey babe, today we just gonna watch our favorite show, our favorite movie, have some popcorn, you know, or work on stuff for ourselves, or even self-care days too. So number 5 is similar interests. So when you're coming into being in business with your partner, like us, we got similar goals. We want similar respect from people.
We ain't have them at first neither, y'all. So that's something that you got to work towards.
We didn't what?
We didn't have similar goals at first.
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't.
So that's something you got to work towards.
If y'all want to know about that, comment down below. Yeah, babe, what were you saying?
I was just saying, man, like you ain't going to have similar goals when it start off. But you want to throw out a lot of y'all different goals, and then y'all want to align them. Definitely if you're going to go in business with each other, because you want to check the bag with each other. You want all that money to come home. You want to get effective towards those goals. Imagine me carrying everything on my back. Now imagine if you get an extra set of feet, how much more help that would be to get to the mission quicker. So, man, you can save by yourself, but if you're saving and going after that goal with somebody else, it just works out very well. So always get you an extra set of feet.
Yeah. And if he's the feet, I'm the hands. So I believe that having the similar interests with each other is very important, because you kind of know that going into a business together. What values do we want to perceive this business to the outside world? Do we want them to see like dysfunction? Do we want them to value us? When people come in, they respect us because we're valuing ourselves. We have certain morals that we go by and we both live by.
Boundaries,
yes.
Big boundaries. I had to learn about that. I ain't had no fort up. No boundaries up. Just sweet. Sweet. You feel me? Yeah. I could have got attacked from either way. So Boundaries real important in relationships. You know, women already had that aligned. You know, so very
Not a
good,
lot,
very
but
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 6 is our dedication and our decisions towards work. Picking something that we're going to dedicate into this business. He dedicates a certain aspect, and then I might handle things that he's not good at. So it's like me picking up the work for him and vice versa, because we have a common goal.
And y'all just got to read the book, man. It's called The Small Business E-Myth Book, Why All Small Businesses Fail. So, you know, a lot of people try to wear all the hats in a small business.
Yep.
If they fall off, the whole business is shut
Crumbles.
down. So, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you got a couple different people wearing a couple different hats. And if you got your significant other with you, man, they can put that hat on for you. You can stay at the crib and they can run it because they know how it go. Ain't nobody going to treat your business like you. So if you got somebody that's coming home with you or in business with you, it's going to be easier to check the bag and they know what to do.
Yeah. So just make sure you guys like sit down and decide what time and energy you guys are both going to give the business. And sometimes that could be difficult conversations, but those are conversations that definitely need to be had. That makes your business more organized, more structured. 7th one is mutual respect as a couple. Mutual respect for each other prior to going into the workplace. So if we know, hey, today is not a good day, maybe we argue before we went into work or who knows, but no one else from the outside of our job, our entity should know our business or know what's going on, because that's our personal life. We're not going in to our business being disrespectful to each other, talking stuff about each other, throwing stuff or calling each other out the names or things like that.
And you know people can get a little crazy with that. So why would you bring that into the workplace? You ever seen somebody sad or arguing with their significant other at lunch and at work, bringing it there? Man, don't bring it there. Leave it at the crib. I know it's hard.
Yeah.
I know we ain't good with emotions, you know.
Make sure that you figure out what that means to you being in business and how you guys are going to incorporate that respect to yourself. Just make sure that it is respect, because if you guys aren't respecting the business and the work environment, how are you going to expect other people to come in your business and have respect or show respect or be respectful?
And yeah, let me tell y'all, I'm the car tattooing. I do tattoos. Like earlier, she said she do the microblading. I do tattoos. Literally, where her section is at in the shop, I'm literally right there. You feel me? So I do the tattoos. She do the microblading, and we're lucky enough to definitely tap in. I do tattoo courses, social media growth courses, YouTube courses, coaching all around the board. Go check me out. Y'all on my YouTube channel right now. Y'all on the podcast right now. Show the love. Like for that, man. Help with the algorithm. Share this to some business owners or some relationship people that you know. But at the end of the day, that's definitely what I do. So we kind of blessed, y'all. We don't have to work with 20 plus people. You know what I'm saying? At the max, we may be 6 to 10 people, so it's a little more safer for us. But when you have a business that small, every piece that moves around can affect it. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't want it to affect your business, so make sure you and your significant other on the same goal. Make sure that y'all holding each other accountable. Make sure that you also taking accountability for things you mess up at. And that's what I appreciate you at, babe. Like all the places where I mess up at, she go get the structure, she go get the contracts, you know what I'm saying? She tell me how to line it up. So that's real important in business. So I appreciate you for that.
Yes. So thank you, babe. Like I was explaining earlier, it's about me and him like contributing to each other. And the same goes for like if you're going to be in business. He has, like I said, a lot of strengths. I have my strengths in that I can help. So it's just us knowing each other's like weakness and then being a strength too, which I think we are good like at that.
And remember, everybody weak, bro.
Yeah, at something.
We running off this list.
If you say you aren't, you're lying.
Cap. But we running off this list. Remember that. We all weak somewhere. You weak somewhere. We all weak somewhere. It ain't about that. It's about where you trying to get strong at when they telling you weak
and
there.
Grow.
Growth. That's all it's about, man. So don't look at this list and be like, man, I'm not this, I'm not that. This list is just to help us all be better.
Yes.
That's why we started this podcast, to help everybody be better and get to the next level. I don't care if you're at level 1 and you get to level 1.5.
So number 8 is better understandings. Couples who basically been together for years, sometimes it can come with like conflict, sitting down and having talks to understand where your partner is coming from.
Long talks. Long hours.
3-day talk. 3-day, 4-day talks.
You're going to have to really figure it out. You know, like those $1 million companies didn't figure it out overnight. You know what I'm saying? Those big companies have great structure. So a lot of people want to start their own business, but you was never a good employee. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when you get into those big companies, man, learn some of their structure. See what they doing and how they break it down. That's what she brought a lot of help at. So having an understanding of that and bringing it over into our business, helping our business out a lot. So that's a better understanding. Yes.
And also better understanding rather than like arguing, which I feel like there's an area that I probably need to get better at. Us having like, hey, this is an issue in our business, and then I may feel away and he may feel away, but breaking it down and saying this. And sometimes I could just jump right into a lot of times I could jump into my feelings, but I try not to argue, but I may disagree sometimes. So I think having a better understanding of why he's saying something and be like, okay, take my feelings out of this, because he may say that a lot. Take your feelings out of this. This is business. And then we'll like, okay, business hat.
Tip. So when you're in business with each other, you want to tell them, hey, I'm coming to you as your business partner. Hey, I'm coming to you as your boyfriend, husband, whatever y'all calling each other. You feel me? Yeah. That's how you got to come with it. But guess what? So you can
separate it.
Yeah, you're going to separate it, but people still going to take it emotional sometimes, and it's okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's business. It's not going to be perfect, but just try.
Okay, so you want to get to the tough stuff?
Definitely get to it.
So these are the cons of working with your spouse. Number 1 is little change in daily schedule. Kind of becomes like a routine type of deal. Like, oh, we go home, we go to work. So sometimes you don't feel like there's nothing new in that daily schedule of yours. How do you feel about that, babe?
I feel that's for the women. That's for the women. That's definitely not for the fellas, because, you know, with IG, the girls want to keep up with the traveling and purses and the bags and everything else. The big percentage of women, yes, they want to keep up with that. But you got to sacrifice these small steps for the longevity. Yep. A lot of people don't want to sacrifice now for the down the line. You know what I'm saying? I'm mid-30s, she early 30s. You feel me? We got a lot of life to live. You know, like school and when we was younger made it think like we had our 20s and we lost it all. But if you are in your 20s, you got a lot of life to live. If you are in your 40s, you got a lot of life to live. Yeah. If you're in your 50s, you got a lot of life to live.
Yep.
You feel me?
So stop also comparing your lives to other people's lives.
So don't worry about those daily schedules and everything. Get to the bag. Focus and crunch in these tight months. I swear to God, 6 months to a year can change your whole life very quickly. So, man, sacrifice.
Like what he said, you just have to have similar goals. Like that's what it comes back to. If you guys don't have a similar goal, when me and him sit down, we say, okay, we know we want to save this by this month or the end of the year, or we need this much in our savings account together, then that is us committing to a goal. So we know that some sacrifices are going to be made to accomplish that goal. So if you know that, just keep reminding yourself like, okay, these little things I can miss out now, but we're gonna have a lot of fun this time.
And go hard. When y'all ready to have that fun, go hard. Make sure that you sacrifice for a reason. Definitely go crazy.
Another con, lack of personal space. Sometimes working together.
Hold up. You can read that while I break this down. I definitely was bad at that. When I met her, she wanted her personal space. I'm like, hey, what you doing? Why you over there on the couch? Yeah. What's wrong?
I was a little weirdo.
A little introvert, you feel me? So I'm like, hey, you going to talk to me, little baby? You feel me?
Yeah.
You going to come over here and holler at me?
I'm barely, guys, as you can see, coming out of my shell.
Cap.
What do you think?
Wherever her friends at, old friends, party friends, what shell was she in then? Cap. people want to be in the shell when they want to be in the shell, and that's cool. They need their personal space. That's why we got man caves. That's why they got their makeup rooms and all that stuff. So
yeah, so lack of personal space basically constrain relationships with being in business together. So basically, like, I don't know. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's really hard for us. Would you say, babe? Like, because yes. Well, really?
Yes.
Oh, this is news to me. Okay.
She capping. It was hard for her. It wasn't hard for us. It was hard for you a whole year.
Oh, no. So we weren't working together then. I'm talking about now.
You was working together. You started your drop shipping business. You still,
okay.
Because she worked from home, y'all. So if I came and tried to talk to her while she was at her desk, she was like, I'm at work. Leave me alone. She capping, and it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
So I guess in a way that is true, but I feel like that just depends on people and also situations. Because now like it's present, I feel like I'm a lot better. I don't feel like I'm like that. I feel like I'm actually always wanting to go with you everywhere now. Would you disagree?
Now she all up in my personal space. Yeah. You feel me?
Now I'm like, babe, where you going?
I can't go to the car wash.
He can't go to the bathroom. I'm like, where you go? Like, you left me on the couch. How dare you?
My man's come knocking on the door talking about, what you doing? Bro, the door closed with the fan on. What you think I'm doing?
Yeah, so I'm kind of invading his personal space a little bit. Not really, but yeah. If you spending too much time and not getting your own personal space, that may cause problems for most couples in business together. So just make sure you guys are giving each other personal space.
I definitely feel like that'll cause a problem. You see me, I'm a little strong willpower. I didn't got all my fun out. Like I said, I'm 35. I done got my fun out. She have too. So if we talking to like y'all early 20 cats and stuff like that, man, that will be an issue for you. You gonna want to go spend your time with your homies, and she gonna be like, where you at? Why you ain't spending it with me? We just got off work. So y'all gonna have to make sure that y'all dedicate time outside of each other if y'all don't have a friendship.
And personal space could mean multiple things. You could just find a hobby. It could be self-care. Like women, you could go get your nails done. Like he go gets his hair done. I go to the nail shop by myself, or sometimes we go together, but for the majority of the time, that's my time to myself. I go to therapy, that's my time to myself.
Video game, that's my time to myself.
That's his time, and I just like leave him. Sometimes I make him
drive my car, that's my time to myself.
Yeah, or sometimes pulling up on his friends, that's his time to himself. So I feel like that definitely is important if you are in business, because again, split you guys up.
Comment down below if anything like that have split you guys up before. Was somebody too clingy? Was they not showing affection? Comment down below if that was happening in your personal relationship or your business relationship. Comment it down below.
Number 3 is arousal, jealousy. So that could be where a spouse is maybe feeling neglected, or maybe if a spouse feels like, hey, they don't feel right about certain situations, or that they can sometimes just be a jealous person, or they don't want you to work with other people like women or men or vice versa. And so sometimes it being up front of your face, it could cause jealousy issues.
And keep it real. Who's not jealous of that? Yeah. If your man working with some baddies, you jealous. If your wife working with some handsome men, you jealous.
Yep.
You feel me? And men, we are very territorial. I seen someone on YouTube say, like, I know my Ferrari locked, but do I want cats around it, looking at it, checking it out, trying to open it up? I know the alarm over there, but still, just having it around that's how I feel. And like the girls, they know that they bag is they bag, but if they see a lot of females standing around it, they gonna want to go pick up their purse too. So that's how we look at our significant others. I ain't trying to like replace them with a vehicle or materialistic things, but basically, man, we all got some type of insecurities or jealousies, but it's a muscle. You got to flex it. You got to try and also
work on those things. So if you are feeling that way, try to work on it, or come to a common ground where you guys can feel respected. Don't come as like an argument or jealousy as in like making an issue or known.
So we call it the relationship gym. Just like you do push-ups, you might only be able to do 1 a day, but tomorrow you'll be able to do 10. Same thing in your relationship. Flex that muscle. See if you can trust them. I know we've been hurt in the past. Everybody didn't have something happen.
I mean, you're in business. You got to have trust, right?
Build it. Build that muscle, that relationship muscle. Build that trust muscle.
Number 4 is conflict at the workplace. You're having a disagreement in the workplace or at home. This constrain your personal relationship outside of the workplace. It can get really extreme, and sometimes people can't cut that off when they go into work. Sometimes they linger that into the job.
Nobody can have conflict at home and go into the workplace and try to act like it's okay. We didn't work with people the way they come into work and be like, girl, you know this, boy, you know this. So guess what? We all just trying, but nobody coming in like that. You ever did that?
What, disagreement?
Have a disagreement and then go into work and act like it's okay.
Yeah, I feel like
So
we've done that.
But imagine working with somebody.
I feel like personally, we've had this, so we could speak on this, right? We've had this multiple times, but I feel like it's how you go. Me and him, how we handle is we just probably don't really speak to each other. We'll probably say little words, like if I need something, I'll be like, hey, can I get that? You know, I might not call him babe.
No.
I might not, no, he doesn't say
no. You can't
no.
get this.
He normally
no.
says yes.
Heck no.
And he can turn that off a little bit better than I can, because I feel like he'll like, oh yeah, here you go, and I'll be like, oh, thank you, but I won't call him babe. It's not that often that we have that, but every now and then when we do, that may come about. So if you are having conflict at the workplace, try to just find like a resolution that fits you guys. Okay, number 5 is power struggles. Couples in the works or the business space, you may start to envy each other. So that can cause a marriage to end. A person may not feel valued.
Oh, they got like an ego trip. That ego
Yeah.
tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. That's me. I'm him. I want to be the boss. I want to be in charge. But guess what? You ain't going to win that way. I had to learn like to give her the lead at times. But at the end of the day, it's okay to be 1 and 2. She won at organization, the paperwork, the contract. She's number 1. I'm number 2.
Cleaning.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely big cleaning.
Maid.
You feel me? That's her. That's what she got to do. You know what I'm saying? And I give it to her. And I'm more at social media, talking to
Yes.
people, networking, mixing
Yep.
and mingling. That's what I got to do. Give up those hats.
Yeah, you
Give
have
the hat to her. Here, take your hat. It's
Yeah.
okay. Ain't nobody care. Long as the goal is getting,
accomplished,
you know what I'm saying?
completed, done.
Checked. You feel me?
Yeah.
So check them
Done.
goals. Long as the goal getting checked, getting completed, you know what I'm saying? Getting closer to the goal. That's all that matter, man. Give up that power, because you actually got more power together.
Personally, I'd rather him be the boss. So that's just me personally. Like, I don't have a problem with this, and the reason why is
The
'cause
bad guy.
you're
She gonna make me the bad cop.
no, because I feel like he's just more of the
Alpha male?
networker.
Oh, yeah.
He's an alpha male and stuff. And sometimes for me, that's not my strong point, because I'm very like secluded. So I rather not have those.
Keep it feminine, ladies. Keep that feminine.
Yeah,
energy.
I just rather not, personally, to me, because it doesn't make me feel good. And for him, it's easier for him because he's a man. And so for me, like, be the boss all day, babe. Like, you're the boss, you know, you the boss.
You the boss, babe. You the boss.
Yeah, that's just to me, ladies.
And to
I
keep
feel
it real,
like
y'all,
y'all
in our
gotta-
business, everybody is
their own boss.
Yeah, they private
And
contractors.
we make sure everybody feels that way.
You
We
feel
don't
me?
try to like we don't have that ego thing.
We
You don't and I don't
We the
either.
boss of each other.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
only of
saying?
each other,
Only
yeah.
of each other. Like in our business, everybody private contractors. They work for themselves. They
Yep.
just work inside our establishment with us, and we a team. We trying to see everybody grow.
Number 6, another con is a lack of job security.
What that mean? Break that down. Break that down.
So-
Give me this key.
So
Get out.
So major issues
Oh.
that couples have working in the same business is a lack of security at the workplace. So for instance, when like, you know, arguments or situations may occur, they may feel like one can say, hey, guess what? You're unemployed. Pack your things, go. Lack of security. I feel like maybe that would be a big con of why maybe a lot of people might be scared to go in business with their partner, because if you guys aren't on the same accord, you will feel like, hey, that person can kick me out. Whoever is
This is what I say. Be smart. Get yourself under contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just be smart. You feel me? And really just respect each other.
or
I know
know
it's
the
gonna get
person
hard.
that you really are in business with, because sometimes I feel like people can be mad and say words, but if you know the person you're with, you know, hey, they really wouldn't do me that way, then
if y'all business together, if y'all in business together, make sure that y'all living together. Make sure that y'all on the way to getting married. Make sure that, guess what? How the hell a person gonna kick you out the job when y'all live together? When they get to the crib, hit them with the baseball bat. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But you feel what I'm saying? Don't cook that food. You feel me? Whatever you need to do, man, get it right, man. Don't hold that over each other's head. Yeah. I know it probably happened with everybody, but nobody perfect.
Yeah, at some point it does. I feel like that kind of ties into the whole like power struggle thing. I just feel like if you know you're with a person that doesn't really have like a huge ego, or like they need their ego stroked a lot, then you
stroke each other egos.
You can feel security from that. So I'm with a person that doesn't have a big ego, and he's with someone who doesn't have a big ego either. So
it's weird too. It's weird too because a lot of people think that. From the outside looking in, they be thinking I'm mean or thinking something going on. Like, I don't know about that part. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, okay. So what I will say, okay, babe, I'm not gonna say you nice because you might, but to me, I feel like you help a lot of. I've watched him help a lot of people. So I
can say this right here. Just because you helping people don't mean you nice. You blessing people. But I'm not perfectly nice. I have masculine energy. I need to learn I got to take accountability here, gang. You feel me? Take my accountability, gang.
Okay.
So you had to learn how to deliver to people.
Yeah.
I grew up with an alpha dad and 4 brothers. So, you know what I'm saying? I just know how to tell it straight. I don't know how to like be empathetic or have empathy. You feel me? And that's bad. That's bad. So if y'all out there and y'all got, you know what I'm saying, get better with delivery. That's important because she be telling me that too. Like sometimes I don't know how to deliver it. So even in business, I'm like that. It was a cat that I used to work with. Shout out to him, Angel. You know what I'm saying? And he told me and my boy had masculine energy. And he said that could be fearful for some people. Because think about it, a lot of people out here don't have dads in their life or a male figure that's talking like, hey, do this, hey, do that. So when you come with that energy, they don't know that you're trying to bless them and help them. But most of us fellas, we tell it straight. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't always good because that's not how people grew up. And we got to learn how to deliver the message better. But yeah, I'm blessed to even take that accountability, and I'm trying to get better at it.
Well, see, that's
keyword,
growth.
Trying.
That's growth right there. Yeah. The last one, which is a con, difficulty to plan and leave simultaneously. Just leave. Like you just get upset. If we like, let's say, for example, this never happened with us. We've never gotten like an argument in the shop or like at our workplace at all. But let's say we did. Let's just use that as an example. And then I just like whatever, and I leave and I toss stuff and I run out the door and I make a big fuss and commotion. That is like bottom line, like that's really bad. Because if you're treating your business like that and everyone's seeing
check this out. Yeah.
They gonna start acting up.
If you treating that person like that, everybody else gonna think they can come with that energy.
Exactly.
And why even come with that energy? I know a lot of people probably do that though. That's why it's on the list. But man, don't ever come like that. Come on now. Just walk out, man. Say see you later and go home or whatever. But it's probably kind of hard in a lot of small businesses if they got to do stuff in that business and they left. Mm-hmm. So now who gonna have to fulfill those shoes? You. Or hopefully you got another employee that can help you and understand. That's why it's good to have different levels of employees inside that business. And also, let me give y'all a hack. Make sure you can handle that business yourself. Make sure she can handle or he can handle the business, him or herself. Yes. Remember that. So make sure that if something happened to you, wifey can hold it down or hubby can hold it down. You know what I'm saying? That's real important. So when you setting up your business, don't get so much overhead or so much responsibilities that you will be overwhelmed.
That you're drowning.
You know what I'm saying? Do not drown. Get to the bag and be very smart about how you doing that.
Okay, before we close out, I do just want to give some tips for couples that are working together, just some really quick tips. So just make sure you're giving each other enough space. Ask your partner what space do they need and give them that. You need to set boundaries at work as well as home. So sit down with each other, discuss boundaries. And then also number 3 is schedule date nights. Date nights are very important when you're being in business because sometimes it could be all business. You still have to incorporate fun and you still have to remember you guys are still dating and together. Number 4 would be like work. At work, be professional to each other, be respectful to each other, not like hold resentments. Just communicate effectively. So don't communicate in a negative way or disrespectful to your partner. Just communicate and get better at that, because that's something we can all get
And for the
better at.
couples working together, make sure that you listen to one another. That's a
Yes.
big trait. Don't listen to reply. Listen to listen. And for
Yep.
fellas, y'all know we bad at that. It's in one ear and we trying to find a solution. Listen to listen.
Yeah. So yes, you guys, that was it. Like Babe said, make sure you guys comment down below what you guys thought about this. And if you guys have any extra tips that you want to give people or couples that are working together, comment down below, because we definitely will review that. We like to always take advice.
And if you're a couple out there and you've been thinking about starting a business together, you don't have to go so big. Start off small, just an
Very
extra
small,
stream of
yeah.
income to go on your date nights, to go on your trips. Create something small, work together at that, and then you grow from there. So you don't have to think so big. Start off small, and then guess what? Step
It'll
by
grow.
step, it will grow.
Yes.
Snowball effect. So get on
Yeah.
that team. That motorcycle better than that unicycle. You feel me?
Yeah. But all right, guys, we're out of here. Don't forget to like,
Comment,
comment
and subscribe.